there you go. There's the differences. And obviously these all have equal amounts of issues with them. This one's been threaded out to 1/4" holes all the way around, but they're still threaded. These are stock ones. These are 1024 thread all the way around. This is stock. This one's stock all the way around. This one here is hogged out, stripped out, 1/4", junkified. This one here is a couple of them that are bad, but they're a small hole all the way around. This one here is limited holes, but it still has stock size, even though I think that one's stripped. And then this here is the early head, and see it's got all the small holes again. And then this one here looks like they're all small. And this one's been stripped out, 1/4". These might have helicoils in there, they just look like, I think these are, yeah, it's got a helicoil on it. So this head's been helicoiled. So there you go. And this is another 56 head over here, and this one here is all drilled out. It's all 1/4" stripped, every one of these. And this is a March of 60 head, which kind of matches up to this one down here. Except they're both the same head, front. Here's the front is my popular head here. So 1 rear, 2 rear, 3 rear. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a few. Alright, there you go. So lots of variations of these things. So which ones are the best heads? The ones that aren't screwed up the most. So do you care about cracks? Do you care about broken exhaust? Do you care about broken fins? Or do you care about all stripped out hardware? All 4 of those things take a lot of work to fix. Which one do you care about the most? This one has no cracks in it. Stock valve sizes. Looks like the fins are pretty well in there intact. The intake's broken. But it's got the hogged out pan screw. So this one's the easiest thing to fix. This one here, they hogged out everything again. Lots of broken fins. No cracks. Big ass valve put in it. So this one's about on par with this. These both have good exhaust, except this one's been dropped, so this is not good. This one is good. This one is usable, but it's got a low spot in it. So this one's the best head so far, even though it's got a lot of work to be done on that. And a lot of fin repair. This one here, all this stuff looks good on this side. It's got a couple broken fins, broken exhaust spigot, no cracks, and the intake's good. So this is about even with this one. The amount of work needing to fix it. Now, something's going on here. It's look how thick that is, how thin that is. That looks weird. It's almost like that's been cut, but that looks like the original machine marks in there. You never know. This one here's got all good holes here. Nice exhaust spigot. That's like brand new. Look at that thing. That thing is nice. No cracks, and it's got an intake spigot. There you go. That's a virgin head there. That's a nice head. And that is the one that has 7.7 written on it. So that's really nice. It's got stock valve sizes. Yeah, that's a good head. So there's a good front head. Now we need a good rear head to match. We get a good set. Too bad we don't have a good set anymore. Oh well. So this one here is all hogged out. Fins look nice. Normal cracks. Getting a little big, but not too bad. Spigot's nasty replacement crap. Cut that off and start over. Yeah, definitely. Seats look like they're decently up. So these crack a lot here because that screw and insert there, which is steel, it looks like a big bat wing in there. It's shaped like this. And so the head's real thin right here where the steel goes out. The steel actually goes underneath all this area, so they crack across when they're really thin. Because these things are only about 1/8 inch thick through here. So when you go to weld them, sometimes you melt the whole thing out. It's a pain in the ass to fix it. But anyway, I don't really care about these being too awful bad. Those are getting big, but I don't care. They're still good. When they get bigger than that, you gotta start worrying about it. But right now, those look all right. Okay, this head here, the holes look fairly well. There's a couple here that have been probably helicoiled or need to be helicoiled. Exhaust spigot's eaten up pretty bad. It could still usable. It's going to leak. See how tapered it is, but it's still there. They put a seat on this one, and I don't know what they did here. It's pretty bad. They broke out the whole underside. they attempted to weld that up, where they broke it all out. Yeah, that's been worked on heavily. And then they didn't obviously cut that up for seat and gave up on putting it together. No cracks though. Damn, they sure screwed up everything else. So this is a prime candidate for taking the seats out and just weld it all solid and start over. And you have a nice head. Because everything else in this head looks fairly good here. Looks like the exhaust spigot should be welded up too while you're in the middle of it. If you're doing all this work, you might as well weld this all up, start over. So, but this had decent holes in it. So that one there is probably, that's a big insert, so that should be welded up too. Overall, it's not a bad head. This is a 55 casting. This is for a 55 bike. So, looks nice. Good fins. Looks good. Yeah, that can be fixed without too much effort. A little bit of effort, but not too bad. This one here is, oh, this is my early head. These are a separate deal. This has that little fin here. Can't see cracks because I hadn't blasted it yet. It doesn't look too bad. The exhaust spigot's there, but you know, a little eaten up, but not too bad. Yeah. Actually a fairly nice head, but you know, it's just oddball early 55 stuff. So you know, I got two of the same head for this. Looking for, I need the front, so the rears. And have sets of those oddball heads. But anyway, those are not too bad of a casting, they're just oddball. This one here, something's going on here. Looks like they put an insert, there's been some monkey business going on over here. Looks like they cut it out, put a big ass bolt in there, and came back and re-drilled it and screwed it up again. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty rare to see it screwed up on the rocker box stuff. And these holes all look pretty good. These have probably been helical. Yeah, there's some helicals in these things on some of them. Yeah, that needs to be welded up and redone. Spigot is missing. Looks like a good foundation. I don't know what they did. I think there's something going on through here. They actually jammed an exhaust pipe inside the port. I've never seen that done before. That's a panhead exhaust pipe. They jammed it into the port and ran it like that. That is a new one on me. I haven't seen that done before. That is pretty. Yeah, that's a new one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that got to be welded up in there too. And then obviously, yeah, the fins look nice. They put a stupid insert in there, but looks like it's a decent job. They welded the hole up. Looks like it's a removable one because I don't see it welded in. It's obviously has some droppage issue with parts and pieces inside the combustion chamber. It's been beat up pretty heavily. That means a bolt or something came loose and got in there. Something big was in there rattling around. It shouldn't have been in there. So that all needs to be kind of cleaned up better than what it is. Seats surprisingly still look good. Yeah, that one's had a hard life. And then this one over here, these have all been helicoiled and stripped, so the stripped out ones need to be either put an insert in there, or you got to weld them up and start over. So I haven't looked into using thick wall inserts yet, because a lot of these heads obviously have stripped out 1/4 inch holes. So I don't know. The other option is you can put 5/16 hardware in there and then drill and tap through that to make your own insert. Nice, no cracks. Oh, this is that early 48 head. Fins are all there. This one's a weld-in spigot. You can't fix that. Yeah, once that's done, it's done. See, when they're screwing like that, you can still unscrew them, but when they weld them in, you're not fixing that. Yeah, that's going to be a really hard fix to go backwards on that one. That's pretty much dedicated to be what that is. Couple broken fins. Got a little thin on that side. Yeah, it's not too bad on a 48 head until I did all that garbage to it. Seat sunk way down, but yeah, you know, if you want O-rings, it's fine. But if you don't want a stock, it ain't no stock 48 head anymore. And it ain't going back that far. Yeah. Alright, yeah, they just work on that one. So that one's not too bad. This one's real nice. These two here aren't too bad either. That one's going to be some work. Those are more work. That's nasty and that's nasty. There you go. You buy a bunch and you got 3 of them that aren't too bad. One real nice one. So you got to buy 7 heads to get one good one. You got 3 more that are kind of usable. So those are front heads and that's a rear head. It's an O-ring head, so you could bolt those two together. You have to drill the extra holes in that head, but that defeats the purpose of having that oddball head. You know, if you're doing a 100-point restoration, that's the head you want. So otherwise, you just put any head on; it doesn't matter. So, and I've seen a lot of people run late heads on one head and O-ring conversion head on the other head, and run them, and they're so far apart you probably even run, but they run. Oh well, there you go. That's what they look like when you buy a bunch of junk. And then over here is what they look like after they've been worked on a little bit. So after I weld up the exhaust spigot before machining, they look like that. This here I try to do a little crack repair just for playing around, see how it turn out. Here's some fin repair on this one. That's what it looks like. You weld them all back up. So you come back with on a 3-inch chop saw and chop, grinder. You plane the side of the head there, and that you can make it fin pretty good again. Just go in there and cut straight down where you want to, and it actually works pretty good. That's what I found in doing it. This one's used. So that's what they look like. This one's obviously had well, both of these have an exhaust repair done on them the way I don't like doing them. Here's another one. I like welding them up solid like that and starting over, because that's, when you're done after doing it this way, it's a lot stronger, and then it doesn't break off. And the material I use is really hard, so this is soft after you weld on it. It's garbage. It won't live. This stuff's way hard. It'll live. So there you go. Those are all the differences, ways of doing it. So got a big stack of them laying around here. So you add all this pile to that pile over there, and maybe there's a set or two and all that. I wouldn't hold my breath though. But I got more. I got lots of panheads. But oh well, there you go. Tatro panhead junk pile.